Okay, now let's get in to the hottest issue of the week. Let's hop into the hottest issue of the week. So, TikTokers are debating. Not really debating. Have you seen these on your TikTok feed? A number of TikToks pop up where people are posting, I know they say Santa's not real, but how do you explain the hoof prints I heard up on the roof when I was 8 years old? How do you explain the sparkles I saw coming out of my chimney when I was 6? How do you explain the jingle bells I heard outside my window late at night? There's some hot debates going on there about maybe Santa was real and the adults just couldn't see him. Those are the debates, the hot button issues we're having in this day and age. So what do you think? Do you have any memories of Santa growing up? I don't.
No.
I
don't.
No, so here's the thing. I think there's a couple things going on here, right? There's a couple things. Number one, I think kids are just kids, and sometimes, even with adults, your imagination will make you see and hear things that you want to see and hear, right? Mine's a very, very powerful thing. Absolutely it is, which I'm going to get back to in a minute. I think sometimes memories get foggy. That also happens. I think people dream things and they mistake them for reality. But I also think maybe we shouldn't totally discount it. Now, before I get into this, I do not believe a 350-pound man in a red suit jumps down your chimney and delivers name brand products to you. Okay, I don't but only to the poor kids really get shafted by Santa. You ever notice that? Santa is like, if you think about it, he's like the greedy banker in all the movies you see. Like the rich kids get the Xbox Series X, and then the poor kids get the Dollar Tree Hot Wheels from Santa. The only kids Santa hates more than poor kids are Jewish kids. That's. But no, so hear me. I don't believe that a 350-pound man in a red suit goes and delivers toys to kids on Christmas Eve. Get that out of the way. The fact I even have to say that, if you even believe for a second that I believe that insults my intelligence. Nonetheless, let's break down what Santa Claus represents. And we'll get back into the mind being a powerful thing. I'll loop it all back in at the end. Santa Claus is based around the Catholic saint, St. Nicholas, right? St. Nicholas performed a whole slew of miracles, many of which involved helping children. But really, like the staple mark thing St. Nicholas would do is, and I learned all this on Wikipedia 5 minutes before the show. No, I'm kidding. But what the staple mark thing St. Nicholas would do is he would take toys down to the village and give them to the kids, as long as they weren't Jews. No. But he would take toys down to bring gifts into the villages for the kids. One of the things he would do. So the concept of Santa Claus in the Christian holiday of Christmas. Yes, I know there's always some contrarian retard. Well, it's a pagan holiday. Dude, look, different days mean different things to different religions. Christmas, as it is celebrated in the United States and Europe and South America, is largely a Christian holiday. It is what it is. I don't need you to come in here and be obnoxious. You know what I'm talking about. But the Christian concept of Santa Claus comes from St. Nicholas. He's a real guy, real saint, performed real miracles, right? He's basically, St. Nicholas is the spirit of Christmas. So, Mia, let me ask you a question. Do you believe in prayer? Because I know we debated this hotly off the air.
Do I believe in prayer?
Yes. So if you believe, do you pray? If you pray and you have pure intentions in your heart, that divine intervention is possible and God can help you out with what you're praying for.
I mean, yeah, I believe in prayer.
Okay. So we've established, we got a baseline. You believe that the supernatural and the natural worlds can interact, right? So we're there. Now, hear me out. They say that if you put a tree in the middle of a football field and filled the stadium with 100,000 people, and every single one of them focused on nothing other than making that tree spontaneously combust, that their mind power could actually cause that tree to combust. Okay? So my question is it out of the question that on a Christian holiday, over 100 million children with an innocent mindset are all simultaneously focusing their energy on a single character who's based on a real saint that performed real miracles, could manifest some type of supernatural response that represents itself as the spirit of Christmas? Maybe that manifests as jingle bells. Maybe that manifests as the sound of hoof prints on your roof. Maybe that manifests itself as you thought you saw a sleigh fly across the moon, or you heard Santa laughing, or you saw sparkles under your tree or your fireplace. Again, I'm not saying a fat guy comes to your house and delivers presents. I'm just saying it's not out of the question that if hundreds of millions of kids all focus their mental and spiritual energy on one guy with innocent intentions, that God could throw him a little bit of a bone. Do I sound crazy here? Is that the craziest thing you've ever heard, or am I kind of making sense? What do you think?
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I don't think I believe that, but
Yeah, I'm not saying I believe it either. I'm throwing the idea out there. It's already a very, very deeply spiritual and religious holiday. You combine the fact with the guy that they're all focusing on. Maybe they know it, maybe they don't, but it doesn't change the fact that he is the spirit of Christmas. He represents it. He's a Catholic saint. Is it out of the question that God could, make a little bit happen? Hit these kids with a little bit of faith. It's like the Tim Tebow 316 game, right? You had a bunch of people Googling what is 316 because they did a whole story about it before the game, that Tim Tebow was wearing it under his eye black and the NFL banned him from doing it. They're Googling what's John 316. Next thing you know, Tim Tebow in that game, they win it in overtime. He throws for 316 yards in the game. Passing average is 31.6 yards per attempt. Rushing average is 3.16 yards. Total ratings for the game, 31.6 million. Time of possession, 31 minutes and 6 seconds. You can't tell me that's a coincidence. So I believe that God does intervene in weird ways when things get manifested and a bunch of people focus their energy on something that's of a spiritual and Christian nature. I believe that because it happened on an audience of 31 million people. So I believe that that's happened. I don't think it's out of the question if those people could manifest something. If those people could trigger some type of spiritual, supernatural reaction that manifested something in a football game, stats that you run that game 1,000,000 times, there's no way in hell they all land that way. I don't think it's out of the question that 5 times as many kids could manifest some type of sign from the spirit of Christmas. Have I convinced you yet?
no.
I'm setting up a nanny cam by the chimney. I'm not saying I believe that's what's going on. It could very well just be wishful thinking in your mind playing tricks on you. I'm just saying I'm not discounting it entirely. I thought we were going to have a debate on this.
I mean, I don't believe that. Like, I don't think I just think it's kids wanting to believe what they want to believe. I think I think it's as simple as that, honestly.
It could be. It could be. Really, look into St. Nicholas. He's a really great guy. Did some awesome things. It is a shame that we portray him with fat, drug-addicted pedophiles in malls now. Like, that's...
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.